So in my initial meeting with the oncologist, she said, this tumor was tiny. We got it really early. It is highly unlikely that you'll need radiation or chemo. However, we want to do one final test just to be certain of that. And it was this test called the Oncotype test. And it essentially scores on a scale of 1 to 100 the likelihood of the cancer to return over the course of like 10 years in a distant location. So it's very, very minimal that anything would return in my breast because all the tissue has been gone. Could there be a cell remaining? Yes. But this is distant recurrence. So we wait. The Oncotype test took forever to come back. The score between 20 and 25 is a little bit of a gray area. It was 19. So I was like, oh, that's a little too close to 20 and 25. Don't love it. But the oncologist said, she took us through all the data. She said, there is less than 1% benefit to chemotherapy given all of the data and your score. So if we were to give you chemo, you would benefit less than 1% from that.
Yeah.
She said, this Oncotype score, based on how small your tumor is, we're not doing any kind of post-surgery treatment in the form of radiation or chemo. I am on drug therapy for 5 years. It's this really common drug called tamoxifen, and it essentially just tells any of the cells in my body that are looking for estrogen to not let the estrogen in. My tumor was estrogen and progesterone sensitive. So you want to make sure that you're not feeding any cancer cells that may be floating around out there. You're not feeding them with what they want, which is the estrogen.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. And then the downside of that, obviously is just being on this medication for 5 years, and that will change things for you in terms of your normal life cycle of womanhood. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, it's like that, if that's the worst, then you take that grain of salt, right?
In the grand scheme of things, this is a best case scenario.
Yeah.
The progression from day one of diagnosis to where I am now is all best case scenario, and exactly how we would want things to have unfolded is how they did. So I feel super fortunate for that. And I really attribute that so much to following my initial intuition, pushing for that appointment, and, being an advocate for my own health. And we caught it super early, and I am in the position that I am now because of that.